Newcastle 1, Liverpool 2. Quite possibly the game of the season, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not just saying that as a Liverpool fan. Obviously, I'm over the moon with Liverpool getting even a point in this fixture, being that Virgil van Dijk was sent off in the 28th. But man, what a game. Just the drama of the Premier League encapsulated in one fixture. And I'm sorry, Newcastle fans, but y'all got bossed up today by Darwizzy. And man, oh man, I enjoyed every second of it. Newcastle outpossessed Liverpool. They dominated Liverpool in terms of shots, touches, passes, tackles. They even had more fouls than Liverpool and less cards. So that's a whole different story. I'm gonna start with a couple moments here. The the error that led to Anthony Gordon's goal, the Virgil van Dijk red card, and then the 2 goals for Liverpool to win the game. So right off the bat, Trent had a shocking first half. Trent was shocking for vast stretches of the game, I should say. He had a yellow card that was a cynical challenge, could go either way, but that's just stupid of Trent to do. He got himself an early yellow, and then there was a lot of pressure on him throughout the whole game. Following that, there was another challenge that could have been a yellow, and it wasn't given as a yellow, but despite that, it was, it was like a warning, and Trent continued to play. Then he had an error in the 25th minute, lost focus of the ball. Anthony Gordon got through and buried it under Alisson Becker. Following that, 3 minutes later, the big moment that had me seeing red, had me infuriated, and many Liverpool fans alike. Liverpool's captain, Virgil van Dijk, was sent off for a challenge on Alexander Isak. And I have Peacock pulled up. I'm in the States, by the way. By the way, I am Sideline Sedo, if you hadn't known. I'm a ardent Liverpool supporter here in the States, and I post all things Premier League, Liverpool, and football related on the channel. So consider subscribing if you're enjoying the content on the channel. There's a lot of stuff on here. But as a Liverpool fan in the States, I watch my games on Peacock. And Peacock has Robbie Earl and Robbie Mustoe. And I love Robbie Earl and Robbie Mustoe. And one of the two, I can't remember because I'm in such a state of euphoria that I'm just so scattered. But a lot of people have been saying, well, it was a clear red card. Like, it's a goal scoring opportunity, yada, yada. Well, the thing is, there's specifically a rule, I could find it by the pgmol, that is now on the screen. And effectively, if you read this, it basically reads as that not being a red card offense. It says that if a player is, in the box with a goal scoring opportunity and is taken down with intentional foul or an unnecessary foul, it'll be a red card. What about Verge's attempt looked intentional, I should say. Intentional. B, looked like a clear goal scoring opportunity. I mean, he was level with Isak and was going to stay with him regardless. And Robbo was coming through to apply pressure. And it wasn't in the box. So if it was a penalty, I'd be like, okay, like, fair enough. He's going through. He's in the box. You're giving a penalty. That's a red card. But it wasn't. And that's my only issue. And it's nothing against Newcastle fans. I think all fans across the Premier League, based on the fact that we have seen in this match week, so far we've seen a red card in the Liverpool game. So that's 1. Fulham, Arsenal had a red card. That's 2. Man United, Nottingham Forest had a red card. That's 3. And last week, if I'm not mistaken, is that a red card in that game? No. Last week, if I'm not mistaken, there was like 4 or 5 red cards. And the week before that, there was another 2 to 3. So it's like the fact that a third of the fixtures are seeing red cards is kind of ridiculous. Regardless who you support, I just think it's not healthy for the game overall. But overall, the second half, Liverpool looked rotten to start as well. Luis Diaz was subbed off for Joe Gomez when Virgil van Dijk went down. In the 51st minute, Kieran Trippier had a yellow card. He was the only yellow card for Liverpool, or for Newcastle, I should say, mixing up the teams here. But They had 16 fouls, ladies and gentlemen, and 1 yellow card. Liverpool had 10 and 2 yellows and a red. I'm just saying it's kind of annoying. Like, there's no consistency there, especially when Joelinton could have had a yellow card about a third of a dozen times. The other substitutions were in the 58th minute for Liverpool. Wataru Endo came off for Harvey Elliott, and Cody Gakpo came off for Diogo Jota. Following that, in the 72nd, Anthony Gordon came off for Newcastle for Harvey Barnes. Alexander Isak came off for Callum Wilson, and Sandro Tonali came off for Sean Longstaff. 5 minutes later, Liverpool made the most important substitution of the fixture. Alexis McAllister off for Darwin Nunez, and then Joel Matip also off for Gerald Kwanzaa. Gerald Kwanzaa impressed me quite a bit in this game. He looked fairly composed. I still think Liverpool need defensive reinforcements. No offense to Kwanzaa, but we need more backup. We need more bodies in defense and in midfield, preferably. 1-1, I'd be happy with in the Premier League at this point. Or not in the Premier League, in the transfer window. See, I'm like just still in such a daze following that fixture because, wow, what a game it was. But then, 4 minutes after he subbed on, Darwin Nunez was through on goal. Not necessarily one-on-one, but he was on the right-hand side of the goal and just struck it into the bottom left corner. Almost hit the post. Very good goal. Like the inside of the post, I should say. Tidy finish as well. 82nd minute, Joelinton was subbed off for Elliot Anderson. In the 85th, Darwin got another yellow. Shocker. I know, a Liverpool player getting a yellow in this fixture. Sven Botman then had an injury in the 87th, which saw Matt Targett come on. In the 93rd minute, Newcastle's trying to get forward. Somebody plays a pass through, trying to get, some verticality in offense. And Harvey Elliott intercepts, takes deflection off him, goes to Mo Salah. Mo Salah holds on the ball, kind of advances it a little, and then sees a perfect pass through to Darwin Nunez, who made it 2-1. What a game. I am still on saying that I still believe that Virgil van Dijk's red card was not a red card. I don't care what people say. The physicality of that fixture up until that point, that was not warranting a yellow card. Or a red card, I should say. It warranted a severe warning and a yellow card, but in terms of was it a red card, I could see it in other games, but with the physicality that was on display in that game, you got to be at least consistent, in your own game. If it's going to be inconsistent across fixtures, so be it. Different refs, different systems, human error, whatever. That's justifiable. There's reason beyond that. But when in one game, Newcastle has 6 more fouls, 2 less cards, and Liverpool gets a red, I just don't know. And it's not like there was a discrepancy in the severity of fouls either. But if you're a Newcastle fan, I'm imagining you're not too thrilled. Liverpool fans are over the moon. I am as well. I was very vexed for a good, 60 minutes or so, maybe even more of that game, plus halftime. There was a good hour of my life where everything was just terrible. And if you're a Newcastle fan, you took offense to anything I said on the stream, you guys are still great supporters, but hold the L. You deserved it. You guys had every opportunity to smack up Liverpool today. And I was even saying at one point when we were 1-0 down, at least bury these finishes, at least put us out of our misery so I can lose the hope. But Liverpool got through, and yeah, no hard feelings, Newcastle fans. Anyone that faces Liverpool becomes public enemy number 1 for a good 2 hours whenever they face off. So, no offense to you, but y'all deserve to lose. And Darwin Nunez, I would say deservedly, was the man in the match. Alisson, great shot as well. Kept Liverpool in it. Had an amazing save, maybe save of the season. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for anyone who's joined the stream. And thank you for everyone who's subscribed so far. Last I saw, we're at 524, which is surreal. I appreciate every last one of you. And if you like the content channel, consider liking it and consider subscribing. Thank you so much. I'm Sideline Sedo. You'll never walk alone. Peace.